How's it going, guys? It's me, Richard Punga from the Puppet Geek, and today, guys, I got you another quick review of a headset from SteelSeries, and it's the Siberia V2 limited edition heat orange. Now, as you can see, as it illuminates the orange LEDs inside the ear cups, which we'll get into a bit later. But you know, a lot of my friends have suggested to get, you know, a Siberia V2 headset, you know, for a very long time, you know, before it's, you know, all the limited edition headsets. I believe there's two. There's the heat orange and the ice blue, or ice maybe, I'm not too sure. But amazing headset. I can't believe I haven't used this headset before, and you know, I can see why, you know, the Siberia V2 is a gamer's, you know, headset in a way, because a lot of gamers do choose the Siberia V2 just because of its simplicity, its, you know, weight. It doesn't have, you know, too much stuff happening around the headset where you get with a lot of gaming headsets. You know, I mean, I would like tell you that, you know, Turtle Beach Astros, you know, they're good headsets. I own both of them. But you know, they do have a lot of stuff going on, and not that you don't need them, but sometimes you just want to use a headset, right? And this headset right here does that job, but it also has those little tweaks which you can do, you know, through its program called, I believe, called Engine, the SteelSeries Engine, which we'll get into a bit later. Now, this is the box. I'm not going to do an unboxing of it because it's out here, and I just feel like the unboxing videos, I'm trying to stay clear of them. But anyways, I'll show you. This is the box. Opens like so. You know, headsets inside, gives you a little bit of detail around it, and let me talk about that quickly. Now, the headset itself does have customizable you know, settings that you can actually use, which is really cool. Now, you can actually have up to 8 customizable settings on here using the SteelSeries Engine. Now, you know, that itself is pretty cool. If you're a hardcore gamer and you don't want to spend, you know, over $300 on a headset, this headset is probably for you, because you can tweak those settings to your, you know, particular needs, you know, being Call of Duty, Battlefield, just playing just normal games already. I think my thing's going orange because of that. Wow. Okay, but other than that, it's really cool. And also, you can actually program the LEDs here. Now, at the moment, it's set on a pulsating, you know, vibe. As you can see, this goes in and out. But you can also change it so it goes to the beat of your game. So if you're shooting, it starts to flash like that. Not that you would see it, but if you're at a LAN party, it's going to look amazing. It's going to probably annoy the person right next to you. Not that would anyways, because you're going to be concentrated on, you know, on the screen. But it's something to consider. That's really cool. I've used that, and you know, I recorded myself doing that, and it's amazing. And it's just one of those small things which the headset does have. Now, the headset is USB, which is also a really nice feature. None of this you know, 3.5 jacks and everything. I know most computers, you know, most towers have that, you know, right on the top, so it makes it really easy. But also on the top of the towers, you have you know, a USB jack, which is really simple. Just plug and play, you're ready to go. Now, one thing I don't like about this cable, it is really short. Now, not that it's a bad thing, because if you have a tower right next to you, it's going to plug and play. If you have a hub, you know, on your desk, it's going to connect really simple. But if it's like you're going to plug it right at the back, it's a pain in the butt. It does come with the extension cord, but at the same time, it would be nice if you just had this one long cable. But I sort of see what it means, because I've had headsets before. I'm like, oh my God, I have so much wires on this headset, and you can't cut it back. Whereas here, you have a one length, I think it's like a meter, or something, like, you know, cable length, and then you have the extension cord to go with it if you do need it, which I didn't have to, so I can see why that's actually a good thing. Now, also, one other thing is the active noise cancellating microphone. Now, as I put this here, as you can see here, this is the microphone right here. It's really small, really simple, and it is also flexible. One other great thing about this is if you're not actually using the microphone, just put it back in, and then that's it. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Let me take it off here and put it on. Now, one of the other things is this headband here. Now, it's called the suspension headband, as you can see, as it suspends here by these wires. But you'll see, as I put it on, it actually just automatically fits my head, like it just conforms to my head. So no matter if you have a huge head, small head, whatever, you don't have to adjust anything. Now, going back to the microphone, as you see, it comes out. I can adjust it, I can put it away. If I'm not using it, I can just slide it back in like that, which is really cool, really simple. Now, with the headband, again, as I was saying, it's really nice. Now, I think only SteelSeries does this. There's a couple other people, but I think SteelSeries was the first people to do this. It is a bit bulkier, but the weight in itself drops dramatically. Now, as I was saying before, you know, I have Turtle Beach, Astro headsets, all these different headsets, and they have these big bands on them, which is fine. They're really comfortable and everything, but they do add a little bit of weight. Whereas here, look at that. no weight at all. It's just basically a band, a little bit of you know, hard wire around here, and just fits perfectly every time. Now the drivers on here are 50mm drivers. I don't know if you can see that. And they're really big. They're over the ear cups, so they're not on ear, which is also really nice, because I don't know about you guys, but when I play gaming for a long period of hours, my ears catch on fire. Like, you know, even with these headphones, it did get a bit hot, but that's just me. I'm not too sure about you guys, but when I put this on, it actually covers my whole entire ear, and it doesn't feel like it's actually squeezing on there, because even some over-the-ear ear cups, they actually feel like they're really tight still, and that can also be a problem when gaming, because, you know, it gets irritated. It's like, you know, when you get your cartilage starts to bend and stuff, so annoying, and you do have to take this brace just so you can sort of, you know, stop the burning. But with this headset, I didn't feel anything, which is really nice. Now, I don't know if you can see this right here, but this right here is leather, pleather, I don't know what it is, but it is really comfortable, really soft, and only, you know, a few times where I have to actually take the headset off, just because my ears are huge, and even with the over-the-ear gear cups, you know, they still sort of burned. It wasn't like, oh my god, these headsets are really bad because my ears are burned. It's just me, so I'm not too sure about you guys. But if you are in the market for a Siberia 2 and you're looking for something quite interesting, especially if you go to LAN parties and stuff, the heat orange is really nice. I think it's called the ice blue. I can't catch the name, I can't remember, but that's also really nice if you like it. I think it's like white and it has a blue LED, which is also a really nice feature if you don't like the black sort of stealthy you know, look of this. But man, I was so surprised about this headset. I can't believe I didn't actually catch this headset you know, when it came out, you know, when Siberia V2 came out, because I've seen the Siberia headset before, and I was like, oh, it looks pretty big, looks pretty bulky, but I wasn't too sure to get it. But when they introduced this headband type of thing, man, what's it called? I can see just the weight off your shoulders, basically. You can play for hours if you're that type of gamer. Now, one thing before I wrap up, I know I didn't talk too much about sound. I'm not much of an audiophile guy, but all I can say is it sounds good, it sounds great, it sounds amazing. You know, the headset, you know, if you look up Siberia V2, you're gonna see really good reviews about this headset, you know, even if it's not the limited edition one. But it's just, I don't know, it's really simple. It just works really. And if you did want to go tweak it, you can go into the engine, the SteelSeries engine, which is a universal software which works only on PC. So if you have any SteelSeries product which actually uses that engine, you just need that program. And then, like, for example, I have the Apex keyboard, which, you know, the review will be coming out shortly of that keyboard also. That uses the engine also, which you can actually program all the LED keys in that. And same goes for the headset, so you can actually customize all the different sound settings, and like I said before, 8 customizable settings for the headset, which is plenty, I think. Now, not that you have to have the engine open to change those settings. It's not like you can do it on the headset like some other high-end headsets. But even that, it's still pretty cool. Like, before you go in a game, you have it open, choose it, Battlefield, Call of Duty, whatever you're playing. You know, just normal even. But for me, I didn't really mess around with them. You know, I tweaked them a bit, and I can sort of, you know, see the difference in them, which is really nice. It's just basically like, you know, equalizer, where you go change a few things. So you do have to have a little bit of knowledge what you're doing. I believe there's some, you know, forums out there which say these are the best settings to do for these certain games and all that. So if you want to hear footsteps, if you want to hear more bass, all that type of stuff. But even then, you can just go in there, tweak a few things, and you can get an idea for it. Now, for this headset, I believe it's under $150 Australian. It goes a bit more retail, but definitely look around because it is under $150. A little bit cheaper in the US, I believe. I'm not sure, 117 as I looked. I looked, I think on eBay, $117. In Australia, it was around $150, $179 retail, which is pretty expensive, but for $150, if you can get it for that price or lower, it's not bad. I mean, it's a pretty good headset for what it does. Pretty simple, pretty easy. No one complained about the mic of it when I tested it on Skype, on games and such. But if you're looking for a great headset from SteelSeries, look no further than the Siberia V2, especially if you want something quite limited. I don't know how limited this is. I'm not too sure if it's going to go off the market in a couple of months, or it's just like, you know, when they get out of stock, it's just going to disappear. So definitely look at this. It's worth looking at. And hopefully, guys, I'll see you in the next video. See ya.